Good morning, RYLACast, the official podcast of Camp RYLA, Rotary District 5810. I'm Sam Braquette, representing Cabin 2.
I'm Natalia Martinez, representing Cabin 1.
And I'm Saul, representing Cabin number 5.
I'm Gabby Hall, and I'm repping the best cabin, Cabin 7.
And I'm Kiko Majana the 6th, and I am representing Cabin 3. Go RYLA Riders.
And I'm Gabriel, and representing Cabin 4. Go Fantastic 4.
All right, everybody. It is the last official activity day. We still got like one more half day of Camp RYLA. Today we had a lot going on. We had the Olympics. How does everybody feel about those Olympics?
They were definitely super draining. There was just a lot of stuff, a lot of things going on at once. Like, it was like, we had like the first events together, and then at the end it kind of just split apart and everybody was everywhere, and it was just super hard to like keep track, and it was just like, it was pretty crazy. I don't know. It was like, I'm exhausted, but yeah.
So for me, the Olympics was very, as you said, draining and exhausting. I did the canoes. I started off with the canoe race. We did good up until the last roundabout, though, when we went around the blue little bobber in the water, and then we kind of like drifted away. But we came back and we sped up. We came with a good time. And then, we all went to the pool. Oh my gosh, it was so hot up there, but I literally got in the pool and I felt so good. I did not of course I didn't get in the pool because I did the canoe, but I got in. I was like, oh my gosh, it feels so good. But it was, it was fun seeing everybody, cheering for one another, especially not your cabin. And it's good to see what we've learned throughout camp. And, I felt like the environment was very non-judgmental and we were able to have a good time in a competitive environment.
Yeah, I like the energy from all the campers, especially during the pool stuff, like the relays, just a lot of, fast-paced fun.
Cabin 5 was definitely the moment. Winning first place today, and we were like very excited. We were very just very honored that we won today, because for these couple of days we've been reflecting upon all of us, how we can become better at a sport, what type of stuff we should change, who needs to be the leader, who doesn't, and overall it was a great experience, especially having Hunter as the counselor for cabin number 5, and he was definitely an encouragement, and so were a lot of people.
I just want to give a little shout out to everybody who did everything. Y'all did amazing. Y'all put in so much work, a lot of effort. Just good job to everyone.
I did the tubing tug of war, and my cabin, we didn't realize that we needed to have the big, strong people all there, so I am a very small person, and the other girl that did it with me is also very short. And then we had our 2 big guys, Landon and Metric. Shout out to Millie, Landon, and Metric. You guys ate that up. And it just was a lot of fun. Even though we didn't win, I had a lot of fun flailing my limbs about in the pool trying to win. And I also want to shout out Chase from Cabin 2 for being my personal hype man and hyping everybody up. He ate that.
I definitely really enjoyed seeing y'all flail around when y'all were doing the tug of war. It was really funny because y'all were there was this one guy that was really just going at it at the end, and I thought he was just really into it, and I was really proud of him. He was doing great. I'm really proud of all of y'all, all of you and your events. I'm sure y'all did amazing, and yeah.
Well, yes, I'm very proud of y'all as well, and I'm glad to see where we came from the beginning of the week, to see how far we've come, from not talking to each other, and not really talking to each other, to be honest, and just making small talk, and then talking about what we're going to do for the rest of the week, to where we are now, making our second podcast. And yeah, so I'm very happy for y'all and excited to see where we all go. But as we conclude the week, what is some of y'all's best RYLA, or what is one of y'all's best RYLA stories from this week?
All right, so I'll go first just because, I'm really proud of my cabin brother, Anthony. Did he not eat that talent show up? Yes. Did he not bring
ate that
the
up.
energy?
He ate that.
Yeah.
Literally,
Yes.
as soon as he got on the stage, everybody got
The
up on their
guitar
feet.
was all over the place. It was
Yeah.
crazy.
I loved that song. Oh
Right?
my gosh. Me and my
Right?
AC were going ham to that.
Literally, he did so amazing. His fingers were going so fast. He was singing amazing. His voice was super clear, super loud. And he was just, bringing the energy to the crowd.
The crowd was just standing up.
Yeah,
it was-
everybody was dancing, everybody was yelling, and then at the end, everybody started chanting his name, and it was just crazy. I loved the love, and I loved his performance, and it was just really, really cool.
My story, it's mainly about yesterday. Yesterday slayed. Yesterday was a hot, sizzling, massive sleigh. Cabin 2, we had a lot of fun in volleyball. I unfortunately was not able to play because I hurt my leg, but I got to cheer for them, and everyone was just eating it up. And then in the challenge course, I got thrown around a lot. I felt like I was one of the hot dogs at the 7-Eleven when we were doing the spider web, because they had to lift me up to the highest, and they're like, turn her on her side, turn her on her back, no, head first, no, feet first, tuck her arms in. And it was really funny. And then the talent show, guys, let me just tell you, it was talent with a capital TALENT. Yeah.
Right. It was great.
Yeah, everyone was so amazing, and that is probably a core memory, that talent show, because everyone was hyping each other up, and I loved it.
Yes, we definitely have a lot of great, spectacular talent this year, and I'm so glad that we were able to see that. For me, my favorite memory, I guess, was that it was on Tuesday when it rained, of course, when we were doing, I think it was the challenge course? I believe it was. We were ragdoll in the challenge course. For us, we were doing the challenge course first, and we were able to do the spider web first, but it started to rain really badly and storm, so we went into this so our cabin calls it the shack now, and it's basically where everything went down for us. But it's one of my favorite memories because it was the peak of our relationships, of where everything shifted, like what Miss Odlin was saying today, where we went from a gathering of people to a community and a family. That we went through so much stress in that shack. That, and it's not an actual shack, by the way. I just want to make that it has AC, it has a fan, so it's a building, but we call it the shack. So there was so much that happened, and it was just really, it was the peak of our stress during the week, and it was only the beginning of the week, but we were trying to incorporate everybody into the activities that we were having, but we soon realized that even though the theme of the day was trying to incorporate everybody, that maybe some people that we probably shouldn't be incorporating everybody or people that haven't been talking as much during the camp into literally every single activity to be the leading factor of an activity. So we were slowly trying to realize that, okay, this person has this talent, let them shine in this activity, and then, and so on and so on. So I think the stress levels is what created our really deep bonding relationships that we have today for our cabin. And then the egg challenge after that in the pavilion was definitely a high peak moment for us that we were able to come together, and it was the days that I can't remember their names, but I'm so bad with names, but the two ladies the facilitators were able to talk to us about our personalities with the animals, and we were able to, work together as part after identifying our animals and personality traits, and work together as a team. And even though we didn't necessarily, our egg broke, our bond definitely got better, and we definitely were very mature about the situation, and just moved on from it and learned from it. So that, for me, that was my favorite, best Camp RYLA memory.
Mm-hmm. Mine's also kind of similar. We were playing ragdoll, and then it started raining, and then so we went into the rec hall, and then this is kind of where, again, like you said, our relationships started getting a lot better with each other. We found out what works with us to be able to have everybody be heard. I also got a lot closer to people I hadn't really talked to before, which I thought was really good. And then we kind of worked on our chant, which we had a lot of laughs about that stuff. It was also a lot really fun. Even though we weren't able to do ragdoll, I feel like that experience for us kind of made up for it, because in you can get a lot closer, but when we were in there, we were making sure everyone's heard, everyone's good, and yeah, that's probably one of my favorite stories.
Instead of talking about my favorite moment, I'm just going to thank some of the people from my cabin 4. First of all, I really liked the discussions we had each night. They're very comprehensive and deep, and covered, a lot of what we learned each day. Like what James said, everything he said was thought-provoking, made me think really deep about my own leadership traits, and how I work in a team. Theo, the Karate Kid guy, he always had a bunch of energy, and it was always fun to talk to him about, literally talked about random stuff all the time. And to my counselor Keegan, he always tried to improve our work as a team. Even when we did good, he talked about ways we can improve and stuff, so I appreciated that. And to my AC, he was really cool. He was kind of like a camper with us, basically, because I don't know, he's always playing music with us and rapping, stuff like that. So yeah,
that's incredible. Yeah, there were a lot of wonderful, majestic memories that we all experienced, and yeah, it's been a really great with B5.
It's been an honor to be here with you guys. Thanks for listening, and talk to you tomorrow on the RYLACast.